Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. The day is finally here. The day is finally here. We finally have the A350, and let me tell you something. It's pretty damn good. It's good. Now, again, I don't know if it's worth $75, but what really is worth $75 nowadays? I mean, like, what really is worth it? This airplane's pretty damn close. This is a good ass airplane. I've only done like cold and dark start, set up the flight system, and takeoff and climb a little bit. It climbs extremely fast, which is in the forums. That might be a bug. The takeoff on this airplane doesn't really matter what weight you are. It just takes right off, like even before you hit V1, it starts taking off. So there's a couple of things that they're working on. I was in the forums a bit today looking around, but man, for a release, this thing is awesome. Oh, awesome. So we're gonna do this in Flight Simulator 2024 because I like pain. I like pain, so we're gonna do this in 2024. You are here. I see, my friend. Sorry for being a few minutes late. I didn't get off of work till late, and then I want to take a shower and want to eat a little something. All right, so we're gonna fly this here Delta A350. Oh, you're late to your destination. That sucks, man. Sorry to hear that. Where are you flying to? All right, it still has everything set. This is the 900 because it has a cabin. For some reason, the 1000 doesn't have a cabin on 2020 and 2024. So yeah, we're flying the 900. All right, we got that. Let's go to the gate this plane took off from, which was 133. And I tell you what, let me load the flight plan. All right, load from this PC. Ooh, I don't think I... Hang on a second. I don't think I re-downloaded it to my actual PC. Give me a second. Let me download this thing to the actual computer. We got a really strong tailwind. We'll make it up to you, buddy. Or we'll buy you a nice steak or something like that. We'll figure some way to take care of you. Our apologies. We certainly didn't mean to make you late. We will do our best. All right, download for FS 2024. Download that. All right, now that's now downloaded. Yeah, man, nothing better than a good steak, man. I love me a good steak. Big old piece of meat. All right, downloads. Here we go. Open. And we are using D and Insker and change. And while I'm here, let me pull it into the tablet here as well. All right, Avograph. Sometimes I've been like 50-50 with the charts actually working in this airplane so far, so I just want to pull this up as a backup. All right, that's done. We can go back to regular size screens now. All right, very good. Let's oh, you know what? It was so dumb to pull that into the tablet now. Once I load in, I'm gonna have to do it all over again into the tablet. All right, 133, I believe, was up here. Nope, I'm a liar. Here's 133. It's gonna take a couple of minutes for this thing to load in, but man, once it does, it's a pretty banging airplane. This is a pretty good job by Inibuilds. All right, let's try to get this thing rolling. The EFB is way different to start it, like from here. Yeah, it took a few minutes. The first time took the longest, but it's not overly long. It's not that bad. It's not great, let me tell you. Hopefully it'll get better. But it took a while to load on 2020 as well. I tried it. Hey, look, our plane's loading in. Yay, right there. I tried it on 2020 a couple of times too, and it's really it looks and feels the same in both. And I've downloaded it with the extra textures and without the extra textures, and it's really like I didn't really see a difference in performance or load time or anything. It just takes a few minutes. It looked like the same performance. Like I only took off and did a little bit of a climb. I haven't really done a flight in this thing yet, but yeah, I think right now I have it downloaded without the textures just to leave myself more space if I need it. Now this livery I downloaded from Inibuilds earlier today. They have a bunch of liveries you can download for free. There's a special Delta livery. Let me let this thing marinate for a few more seconds. I'll get back to you on the performance thing. I also want to try this on my Xbox as well. I think you can get this airplane for the Xbox. So I would like to try this for the Xbox as well, because I have a sneaky feeling that it's going to perform really well on the Xbox. I just have a feeling that it is. All right, let's make this a little brighter outside. But yeah, man, I mean, it's an A350, guys. We got one. You can adjust the sharklets to make them bigger or smaller. Now I have the words turned on. I'll turn them off a little bit later. We can open up the engines and look at Bobby working on them. Oh, Bobby the handyman. But I don't think it would be a handyman working on this thing. Man, there's a lot of fuel that goes in here. I guess LA28. I guess they're having a Summer Olympics there in 28. It doesn't do a personalized registration number on the tail. That's locked in from jump. You can't change that. Yeah, the detail on this thing is pretty good. I've tried it with GSX and without GSX. I couldn't get GSX to load the fuel. Oh, look at that. That cone is still up there. That's amazing. That cone was there earlier today, too, when I loaded in. So it seems like the only thing you can interact with on the outside here is the engine cowling, which is fine. I mean, how much are you really going to open up on an A350? It's not like you're flying a Cessna. I don't know if my seats are still saved. Let me see here. What are my buttons again? Shift 1? F1? My seats are still saved. Holy shit. That's amazing. All right, I have one more seat to save. Let me go back here and save the other seat roll. We'll take a look through the interior here. All right, let me see what button it is to save it. I want to say it's Control Shift number 1, but let me just take a look. It's under cameras. Cockpit. Okay, so Shift F8 is what I need to do here. All right, so that's done. Let's take a little. This is like economy or economy plus. You can open and close the screens. Can't do anything with baggage up top. We can't interact with these screens. I thought I saw somewhere you can interact with these screens. I could have sworn I saw that somewhere, but I'm probably wrong. Let's spy on business class. Let's spy on them. Let's see what they're up to. See what all the fuss is about for spending an extra $2,000 on this ticket. Oh wait, these are the same as us. This is not business class. Business class gotta be up here. Can we open up these doors at all? Nope. I might have to turn off that frame generation. It's wobbly a little bit. Yeah, premium economy, that's it, dude. Thank you. Ah, here we go. Here's where the good people, here's where they sit, up here. Yeah, it'd be cool if you can interact with this screen at some point. Maybe they'll make that a thing where I don't even really need it to do anything. It could just show us where the plane is on a map. I think that would be dope as hell. Now, I don't know if every airplane has a cabin like this. I know this one does because I'm in it. But you know, I would think that the other ones would do it too. The Virgin Atlantic and Turkish Airlines and SAS and all the other ones. Okay, so that's picking up. Yeah, that's picking up from the cabin. All right, let's go into the cockpit. Brought to you by Inibuilds, free advertising. Move the seat. Oop. I don't know what the hell that was. What the hell did I click on? All right, who cares? All right, let's turn this bitch on. Then I'm gonna pour me a drink. Battery 1, battery 2. Sir, A350. Oh, drinky. Hey, drinky, drink. Freshly squeezed Diet Mountain Dew. Favorite. My favorite. It's what a growing boy needs. All right. That. Put our lights on there. Let's come over to now the EFBs that normally would be over here. They're over here. Actually, let me turn the words off real quick. That's gonna bother me. I had it on earlier when I was just kind of going over the airplane, and then I had to go back to work. Oh, you know what? And I did see something else. Hang on one second. Let me. Okay, these are off. That's good. They're supposed to be off, and auto mixture off. Okay, all right, very good. I was reading in the forums that can cause some issues when you have those turned on. And there are interactable items here for oxygen masks. You can open these up. Can't interact with the computer unit. You can interact with that'll disconnect. You can interact with. You can also bring out the keyboard and everything here. Now, I saw them on Inibuilds use this keyboard, but you can't. So maybe that's coming out at a later time. But I watched them on one of their streams like type in with this keyboard. It doesn't work yet. So let's put our toy away here. There's also a footrest you can put down here. Where's it at? Yeah, right here. You can put a footrest down if you really need to. But yeah, this tablet's a new deal. I've not seen a tablet like this from really anybody yet. I mean, it looks kind of intense, but it's not bad. There's no documentation yet. Options is the first place I went to. Well, first place I went to is panel states, and I set it up for cold and dark. First time I got into the airplane. Under options here, you can do all your different options here. Now, some of these are locked in because of the livery, which we're going to see here. So, you know, we got those OIS settings, which is this deal here. You can choose Lido or Navigraph charts. Equipment is taken care of because of the livery. Same thing with external. Throttle, we're good. Sound, you can do different languages. Noise canceling headphones, which work pretty well. Engine takeoff whine, gear bump noise, volumes, third party, which they have a streamer mode now, which is pretty cool. It hides your usernames and shit. So like my sim brief, say intentions, and Hoppy, they're all blocked right now. And then simulation, AFK mode, away from keyboard, you can turn on this and it'll it says here autopilot disconnects that occurred during time compression will pause the simulator. So if you do a really long haul flight and you're in auto time compression mode, which they have, and the autopilot disconnects, the game will go right into pause, which is really cool. Now I haven't tried the auto time compression. I heard bad things about it, so I'm not going to try it tonight. We can just use the tool that I have already. You can choose your max time compression, import step clients, performance mode, unload hidden model parts, aid and improved overall. No, whatever. Anyways, now from here, if you want to go to any other screen, you can go, there's a few different ways. You can go here, up on the top left, and click on one of these. You can click on one of these down here in the bottom, or you can click on this view button here. Let's go ahead and then it'll bring you back to your last screen. See that? It brings you back to your last screen, which is pretty dope. So let's go back to flight ops menu. Let's go to flight ops. Let's pull in our flight. Now ground, we have our GSX button here. So we're gonna request fueling. Oh, I didn't turn on the fueling sounds. Hang on a second. All right, request fuel. Oh shit, give me 1 second. Let me turn GSX off. I gotta go into GSX and change the sound sound profile. All right, audio, cable B, cable B, by okay. I gotta reload GSX. Alright, very good. GSX is good now. Let's put that back on. And let's go to load sheet. We're gonna sim brief import. Now this is our fuel already, so I don't know what they're gonna add from the fuel, but whatever, we're still using it. So you can set zero fuel, set fuel. We're gonna, since we're setting up the rest of the cabin, we might as well just use GSX. Let's request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Now don't click on this yet. You click on that cart, it's gonna go away and your airplane's gonna shut off. You have your flight plan from SimBrief. You can go right to any section you want to. Takeoff, landing performance, terminal charts. This should work. What up, Don? Yeah, see, now this is working good. So we have our airport charts. Let's put that up. Let's pin that. And our departure is...
You want to board crew?
I do, actually.
Pilot's boarding starting.
Not bad. It's pretty good. It's I haven't really run into any issues, to be honest with it yet. A little bit of an issue on 2020, surprisingly, with
Hello, Captain. We are ready for
EFB, but
pushback.
it's been good so far.
Crew boarding starting.
What am I looking for here? Oh yeah, what my Orca is what we're doing for takeoff. So departure. Orca right here. I think that's the same number. Let me see.
Departure checks completed.
Make sure that's the same chart number. in here. Yeah, 10 3K and 10 3K. All right, very good. So that's done. Minus will leave this up. And then we have our en route map, which, oh, look, it's finally working. Sweet. This wasn't working earlier today. All right, I want to do a world map. Where's a world map? Here we go. Map. All right, so everything is loading up now. Let's load up our, let's align the systems and get our clearance and all that shit. So it's pretty much the same system that's in the A350.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding
So I
started.
put all these up to nav. We're gonna come down yonder. And we're gonna show an initialization down here on the base right here. And I'm gonna bring in the flight plan. I clicked on company flight plan up top on the top right. If you want to type it in yourself, you can. Just type in from, type in to. Company plan received. Let's insert that.
Boarding pass, please.
Now, if you use SimBrief and you want to take your flight plan and put it in the right folder or something like this, so you can upload this, let me show you where to go. All right, display capture is on. Very good. So we should be able to see this folder now. Yeah, we can see it. So with your folder for simulator for 2024, and probably the same for 2020, you're going to want to go into local state, go under packages, go down to the A350, go to work folder, and you want to do flight plans. What's up, Bobby? So you open up flight plans, copy this address, and then then you can plug that into SimBrief, their downloader for it. But if you download it right to your hard drive, which you can do right to your desktop or whatever, just drag the folder into here. So local state, packages, Inibuilds, work, flight plans, Inibuilds A350. So, all right, let's get rid of display capture.
This way.
All right, so that's done. Clear info. We uploaded. IRS is almost aligned. So let's do our departure. So we are doing runway 24 right. Now, we're almost there. Once you get onto one of these blocks like we're on right now,
See your boarding pass.
you can use these arrows down here on the actual keyboard. You can use these arrows to go up and down, right? So we use those arrows. We can hit enter now, which is right here, kind of like in the middle right, and it'll bring us right to the next one automatically.
This way.
Now it went away because I hovered, I took my hover off, but let's go scroll down to, what are we doing? Is it dot? Oh, it's Orca. So let's keep on scrolling. We have Orca. There's Orca. Orca 5, enter. And transition, we are doing LAS. Let's insert that.
Hello.
Now we want to get rid of this manual and this discontinuity. So first click on manual, click on delete, click on discontinuity, click on delete. Now down here, insert temporary. That's now done. Then our arrival and approach, click on K, click on your airport.
Welcome on board.
We're gonna do
Hello.
runway 22 right. Yeah, it might. All right, and for the approach here, I think we're doing.
This way. Welcome on board.
No, we shouldn't be doing 4. We should be doing 22. 22 right.
This way, please.
Okay, Z and Insker is what we... Oh my God, Magnum's in the house. What's up, brother?
This way.
What's up, man? How you doing? How you been, Magnum? Like seeing a ghost. The ghost of Magnum passed. All right, so we got 22 right. Let's plug that in here. So see, we can't really get to it from here, so we're going to use these arrows down here and go to 22 right,
Welcome on board.
push enter. Now we can click the down arrow for approach. I'm sorry, hit enter.
Hello.
Now do your down arrow. So we're doing ILSZ 22 right, hit enter.
Hello.
Hit enter again. Our star is ALL3.
Boarding pass.
And our transition are Insker and sample. So we're going to do Insker here. Sample here as well.
This way, please.
Now hit temporary. Yeah, I believe that for sure. If Apple made planes, it'd be the A350. Absolutely. This thing is dope. Now we can get rid of these two. They're the same, these waypoints. So click on it. Delete. Discontinuity. Delete. Let's continue to go down.
Hello.
Let's get rid of manual. Delete and discontinuity. Delete and insert. Now our flight plan should be good. Let's go up here to plan.
Boarding pass, please.
Let's click on flight plan right here.
This way.
And click on these down arrows and make sure everything looks good.
Good morning.
Insker.
This way.
Everything looks good. Go to Mark.
May I see your
Leave
boarding
that
pass?
there. Now, there's a couple of cool things with this system here. We have a full checklist. We have a CL. Now, any of these buttons down here is, you know, direct, performance, initialization, navigate. You can pretty much get the same buttons up top here. If you click on the little chapter things, right? Wind, we can bring our
May I
wind
see your boarding
in.
pass?
Let's do company wind request. Will it do it?
This way, please.
Yep, we have wind information.
Boarding pass, please.
Position here, we have nav aids, IRS, GNS, gives us all kinds of data. Different sections, and then data, you can do waypoint, nav aids, route, airport. You know, you can choose your routes in the database. So let's go back to flight plan.
Hello.
And like I said, we have CL menu. We can go to our checklist from here. Now when it's in green, it's already done automatically. Some of these, once you, like when we click on beacons, this will turn green. So there is a checklist if you want to use it. ATC/com. This is pretty interesting. They have VATSIM, IVAO, and say intentions, right? Notify. We're going to notify.
This way.
And then we can actually request ATIS here. So let's go auto, or let's do send request. Here we go. KLAX, airport information, hotel, wind 250 at 9, visibility 1/2
This
mile.
way. Hello.
All right. While they're doing that, let's go ahead and turn on the APU and get ready to back up here in a moment and get this bird up in the air. So let's put on fuel pump.
This way.
Wait a couple of seconds and push start. Put on all of our signs. Meantime, let's use number 2 here. Let's plug in all of our...
Welcome on board.
Oh, will it not let me do it from... All right, fuel and load. What is our zero fuel weight? Now, even though they just did their thing with GSX, I'm still going to click set and set just to make sure it's right. Like I said, GSX for some reason doesn't really load your fuel in for some reason. It'll give you the option. We missed it because we weren't looking at the tablet, but it'll give you the option of how much fuel to put in, but it still doesn't seem to load it in yet. Unless I'm doing something wrong, which could be. All right, so our zero fuel is 356.6. Let's plug that in. And down here we have 356.6. Enter. Zero fuel weight, center of gravity is 28.9. There are announcements. I don't know if you can hear them or not. They're very low. That's from the actual airplane. That has nothing to do with say intentions. All right, our fuel block and passengers. So we have 210 on board, and our fuel block is 66. What did I say? 66.1 and 210. So 66.1 and 210. All right, 66.1. Enter. 210. Alright, that's done. Now serve mode here. This is for your weather, traffic system, transponder, all that. So we have that. Let's contact say intentions. And then we'll back up.
Los Angeles International Airport. Information Hotel. 0153 Zulu.
Alright, so hotel is correct.
Wind 250 at Niner. Visit. T following is requested.
Oh, interesting. We do have to do that. Now, does this C work? No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't work. Alright, we got to program a button real quick. Sorry about that. I had a feeling this wasn't going to work. Oh, it does work. Ah, stand corrected, bitch. Alright. Let's go to clearance. LAX clearance. Delta 494 requesting IFR clearance to Detroit. We have information hotel. Didn't hear anything.
Avro 540 heavy cleared to Detroit via the Orca 5 departure. Then as filed, climb
Avro.
and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 410 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.3 squawk 4545. Expect runway 24 right.
Oh man, hang on a second. Let me go. I didn't change the flight information. Hang on one second. We got to do a new flight. Hang on a second. This just takes a second to do. All right, auto aircraft model is a A350. Most of the time, yeah. Oh, you're talking about to them. My bad, sorry. All right, DAL. We'll say Delta 494. Tail number must start. Oh, look at that. N517 EZ. All right, auto, and we want to be Delta 494. 494 4-9-4-. Okay, 494. Okay, very good. So that's now done. Click OK, and let's click new flight. Yes, I am. Yeah, I use my controller all the time. Sometimes I use a flight stick, but it's much easier to move around the cabin with the controller. Is that bad, dude? I mean, I got my flight stick right here. It's so much easier to move around the cabin and move around with the controller. I think once I get my foot pedals, I'm getting ready to order foot pedals tomorrow. I think once I get them, I'll use my flight stick a lot more. All right, let's contact clearance again. Los Angeles clearance, Delta 494 requesting IFR clearance to Detroit. We have information hotel. Yeah, I do have a lot of options now, that's for sure.
Delta 494 Heavy, clear to Detroit via the OK5 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 410 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.3 squawk 2745. Expect runway 24 right.
Alright, clear to Detroit via the Orca 5 departure, then is filed. Climb, maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 410 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.3 squawk 2745. Expect runway 24 right. Delta 94 out. Alright, let's contact clearance for departure. Let me see if this should do it automatically. 124.
Delta 494 Heavy, read back correct.
Alright, so it didn't put that in there automatically. That's supposed to do that. But we can just click on this and it should plug it in. Should plug it in.
Captain Gregory, boarding has started and the first passengers are aboard the plane. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Delta Airlines Flight 494
There we go,
from Los
124.3,
Angeles
finally
to
put it in.
Detroit. Please take your seats according to your boarding
Let me look at
passes
say intentions.
and stow your hand luggage in the
I just want to have that turned on where it plugs it in automatically. Yeah, I have it turned on.
If you need any
It's
help,
supposed to
just wave your
put
arms
the
like you're
COM
trying to
number in
flag down a
automatically.
taxi, and one of our lovely crew members will come to your rescue. And remember, if the captain flies as well as he parks, we might be in for a bumpy ride.
Oh yeah, we need to do takeoff performance. Alright, let's do takeoff performance and then we'll back up. So we have a few different options here. We're going to sync with SimBrief. Yeah, I don't know if that's Janet or the other girl. Alright, 2994 is our H. Let's put that in. Click on this and 2994. I have it programmed where it should do all the, you know, all the METARs at the same time, you know, all the gauges. All right, let's compute and send to FMS. It should do it. Check it out. Go to performance page. There we go. Confirm right here. Very good. Flex. Toga. Actually, let's do Toga. Well, you know, we'll leave it as flex. All right. Now, as far as request, this should work right here. Let me try this here. Departure. Have gate 133. And this is KLAX. Oops. We're just about ready to back up. KLAX. Enter. And transfer to mailbox. Now it's up top here. Send this. Yeah, Flex is next level. I hear you. Now our system is going to start ringing here in a moment. Yep, see? Come on. Sorry, I just wanted to hear it ring again. All right, so here's our message. The part status processed. All right, it's being processed. Please stand by. All right, let's see what it says. And we got 146, so put our speed at 10 knots over that. Departure, maintain 5,000. Okay, so this is different than, say, intentions. I wonder where they get this from, because I plugged in say intentions. All right, Wilco. And let's contact Los Angeles ground, Delta 494 requesting pushback, engine start clearance.
Delta 494 Heavy, contact ground for pushback and engine start clearance.
Delta 2, I contacted. $124. Oh, that's departure. We need ground. Such an idiot. All right, 121.4. Okay. 21.4. Come on. Here we go. Los Angeles ground, Delta 494 requesting pushback and engine start clearance. Oh, look at that. They are off. So I do have to keep the call button in. Look at that. That's interesting. All right, we might as well do VF2 because we're going to be... Can't do both. Number 2 over here. All right. Los Angeles ground, Delta 494 requesting pushback and engine start clearance.
Delta 494 Heavy, pushback and engine start approved. Tail south.
All right, let's make sure everything is gone. Remove that. Let's remove chocks. And let's get this going here. Prepare for pushback and departure. Put our beacon light on.
Locking gear.
Now when that beep happens, usually they're asking you to do something for GSX. We need to go nose to the right. Okay, here we go. Nose to the right.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Beat. All right, let's go, bitch. Let's turn on the first engine.
Captain Gregory, the cabin is ready for departure. Just a heads up, I've warned the passengers about your flying skills, so no pressure.
I tell you, man, she's so unprofessional.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Delta Airlines Flight 494 from Los Angeles to Detroit. I'm Janet, your lead flight attendant, and I'm here to make sure you have a delightful time, or at least a tolerable one. Joining me today are my fabulous crew members, Toby, Sarah, Mike, and Lisa. Now, let's talk safety, shall we? First up, your seatbelt. To fasten it, just slide the metal end into the buckle until you hear that satisfying click. To release it,
I took off in
simply
it twice
lift the
today,
buckle.
and
It's easier than getting a cat to take
flew
it
it for like
back.
2 minutes, but yeah, this
In
is
the
like my first
unlikely
official
event of
flight, I
sudden
guess you would
loss of
say.
cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from above. Pull the mask towards you, place it over
Nice.
your nose and mouth,
Yeah,
and breathe normally.
it'll be out very soon, guys.
If you're
Just wait.
traveling with someone who's a bit of a drama queen, put your mask on first before helping them. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Now, if we happen to find ourselves in a water landing, which is just a fancy way of saying we're in big trouble, your life vest is located under your seat. To
I love
use
this
it,
airport
pull it
map
out,
loading thing
slip
here.
it over your head and inflate it by pulling the red tabs.
It's such a
If
cool
it doesn't
feature.
inflate, just blow into the tube. It's like a party balloon, but less fun. As for emergency
Please set
exits,
parking
there are
brake.
2 at the front, 2 over the wings, and 2 at the back. In case of an
Waiting your
emergency,
confirmation for a
just
good
follow
engine
the
start.
illuminated exit signs, which are much more reliable than following the captain's
Cockpit to
flying
ground.
skills.
We have a good engine
We
start.
expect to be
You can
in the air
disconnect.
for about 3 hours and
Unlocking
33
gear.
minutes, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And remember,
24
after our
left
meal
should be-
service,
that's
I'll
right
be
there.
selling
24
some
right should be right
delightful
next to
items
it.
from the Delta shop. So if you fancy a souvenir to remind you of this flight, just let me know. Now, I'll let the captain know we're ready for departure.
I mean, I believe it does. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if it has brake to vacate. Pretty sure it does.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Yeah, that's true, they do.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
All right, that is 24 right up there. Okay. Yeah, manual entry if you don't have Navigraph, yeah. That is true. Los Angeles ground, Delta 494 requesting taxi clearance to runway 24 right.
Delta 494 Heavy, taxi to runway 24 right via Delta 10, Echo Romeo, cross runway 24 left at your discretion.
Taxi to runway 24 right via Delta 10, Echo Romeo, cross runway 24 left at my discretion. Delta 94 out. So, Delta... Yeah, we just got to go up in here. So, Delta all the way around. Oh no, Delta Echo, so we got to go up to here and then turn. If we're going to play by the rules. Alright, let's turn bleed off. APU off. Taxi light. Come down here. That. Some flaps down. Lock the cockpit door. Turn some lights down. You know, I haven't looked at this thing at nighttime yet, or early morning, so I don't know if these screens are going to be super obnoxious like they usually are in this simulator. Ooh, good nighttime screens. Excellent. Good job, guy. Way to not ruin the, Oh, I never started the flight injector, the traffic injector. Oh well. Alright, let's click taxi. Let's get rid of our brake, and let's get out. We'll finish our takeoff checklist here when we get a little closer. I hope it fits. I hope it fits. That was a lot of work we just did to crash right now. Such a badass looking plane, isn't it? Ooh. In other news today, at LAX there was a multi-plane crash. I like the A322. Yeah, that's a nice airplane. Lighting's good. If you look at the screens, we have these little like rectangular buttons right above all the screens. You can adjust the contrast and the brightness and turn them off with these little rectangular buttons. Like all these buttons down here. Contrast, brightness, on off. GPS spoofing feature. What do you... I don't know what that is, my man. I don't know what that is. I don't think I've heard of that yet. What you mean spoofing? Oh, I don't know if I have failures turned on or not. I'll check it out when we get up in the air. I don't know if I saw a thing for failures, to be honest with you. I might be kind of limited with what I can do with the tablet too when we're in the air. But no, I don't think I turned on any of those. At least not for the first flight. Cross 24 left at our discretion. Big fit. And actually adjust our plane out for takeoff. Put on constraints. Okay, I'll check it out when we get up in the air. Yeah, I don't know if I have it turned on or not. And I gotta contact the ground. I know we're not really in the proper position, by the way. I know all that. Like, we shouldn't be, like, in the middle like this. Alright, let's contact the tower. Los Angeles Tower, Delta 494, holding short, runway 24 right, requesting departure clearance.
Delta 494 Heavy, runway 24 right, winds 250 at Niner. RNF Fabra, cleared for takeoff.
Here for takeoff, copy that, Delta 494. All right, we got that. Auto brake RTO. Click on this auto brake button right here. And we can test again for takeoff. Normal, all right, very good. Cabin crew, take your seats for departure.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure. Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare to take off, please ensure your seatbelts are fastened and your seats are in the upright position. If you happen to see the captain looking a bit nervous, don't worry, he's just practicing his "I'm totally in control" face. Sit back, relax, and let's hope he remembers which way is up.
Always got it out for me. Always got it out for me. I don't know what I did to her. Well, actually, I do know what I did to her. I talked about it last time. I didn't know it was her sister. I didn't know it was her sister. I'll put some music on once we get the autopilot on. That is true. Yeah, I did know it was her mom the week before, yeah. Now that I come to think of it, I've kind of ruined her life. I feel bad for her. In a way. Alright, we can't forget to push the chrono button for the clock. Alright, let's go. Hey, what's up, Tario?
Delta 494 Heavy, contact departure.
Put the autopilot on so I can contact departure. I don't think it's going to do these automatically anymore. Maybe because I have this chosen. Maybe I need to choose something else and it'll do it automatically. Contact departure. Hang on, let me raise this altitude up. Contact the departure, Delta 494. All right, departure is 3. Delta departure, I'm sorry, Los Angeles departure, Delta 494, currently climbing through 4,000 feet. If they heard me. Los Angeles departure, Delta 494, currently climbing through 4,000 feet.
SoCal departure. I am not seeing your transponder. Confirm squawking 1452. Mode C ident one more time for me.
And make this above. One 452 mode C. 452. Oh, enter. SoCal departure, Delta 494. Do you see us now? Squawking 1452.
Delta 494 Heavy. SoCal departure. Radar contact. Over Los Angeles at 6700 feet. Heading 326. Los Angeles altimeter 29.904 direct coupe. Delta 494 Heavy. Radar contact established. Continue as filed.
Can we just make a big circle? I think we did. We might have to go into nav mode. No, there's no hold there. Yeah, no, it just decided to do its own thing. We'll fix it here in a moment. I know, I just realized that. I'll fix it here in a moment. I didn't know it because I was trying to contact the tower, and I was like, man, we're still really banked. Like, I was looking at the screen like, man, we are still really cocked to the left there. What is going on? Right, direct to Sid. Alright, if we have to go into heading mode, we'll go into heading mode. I think we're gonna be okay this time.
Dear guests, we have now climbed above the safe altitude, so you can go ahead and use your electronic devices. Just remember to keep them on airplane mode, or you might accidentally send a text to your ex while we're flying at 41,000 feet. And don't worry, if the captain gets lost, we'll just blame it on the GPS. Enjoy your flight.
Alright, let's go into heading mode. And we're gonna do direct to eggs.
Delta 494 Heavy. Climb and maintain flight level 280.
Climb and maintain flight level 280, Delta 494. Actually, we'll do direct to coupe. There we go. Now our nav's fixed. It is, man. I think they did a really sweet job with this airplane. Like, I really haven't found one thing that really, like, I don't really have anything that I would normally complain about. Headphones mode is great with this thing. Is it worth 107? Sure. Yeah, it's worth everything you got in your bank account right now. Alright, we can turn off cable B, which is ESX. Okay, let me put the cruising altitude in. Give me a second. Curious what headphones mode would sound like too. Let me try headphones mode real quick. Then we'll tour the cabin. Oh yeah, I was supposed to look at that other thing. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I can do it right now. I don't think I can. Can I go into options? Oh, okay, it still lets me. hardly hear anything.
Delta 494 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 320.
I maintain flight level 320, Delta 494. Got good seats. Got Inibuilds on the back. I did a little bit of a cabin tour when we first got in the airplane. Oh shit. This happens a lot, by the way. This en route screen, for some reason, goes black often. And there we go, now it's working. Delta. Can't really interact with much. You can interact with the curtains, that's about it. But it looks really good. If Mr. Austin Reeves Jr. shows up tonight, then we can get confirmation if it really looks like this, because I believe he's a captain for A350 Delta. If I can get into the toilet, I'll try it. I'm scared it's gonna crash. Yeah, they won't let us into the toilet. I already tried to get into the toilet earlier.
Delta 494 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 360.
I maintain flight level 360, Delta 94. It'll come out for Xbox. It's got to. But yeah, this is kind of about the cabin. We got floating pieces. We got little starlights, which is cool. I don't know. I think the lights are automatic in this with this airplane.
Delta 494 Heavy, contact Los Angeles Center on 125.275.
Oh, I can autopilot. You know what? I think when I move my camera around, there's a button in there that turns off the autopilot. What did that dude say? Contact Los Angeles Center 125.275 Delta 494. All right, now it's putting it in automatically. Very good. And we can switch it now. Very good. So I just had to get that block off of it. Los Angeles Center Delta 494 currently climbing through 21,000 feet.
Delta 494 Heavy, Los Angeles Center, good morning. Delta 494 Heavy, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 400.
I maintain flight level 400, Delta 94. You gotta have a cabin. I think there's gotta be a version with the cabin. That's crazy. I'm gonna get on my Xbox later and look at it. Well, you know what? I don't know if I'll be able to pull it up on my Xbox, because I bought it right from Inibuilds. Might have to buy it again for the Xbox, if and when it comes out. Yeah, we're supposed to go to 41,000 feet. I was in the forums often with this airplane today, just looking at shit, and I mean, there's definitely some issues with this airplane, but for the most part, it's got a pretty good launch. It's been pretty successful, I think. I mean, I really haven't had much to complain about at all, really, with this airplane today. All right, now you said go into the center for failures. Is it under this abnormal procedures? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, the EFB, sorry. Sorry.
Delta 494 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 410.
Climb and maintain flight level 410, Delta 494. Let me turn down to ATC. I think that's a little loud. I know I have that set right. Oh, under situations, here we go. Thanks, Orlando. I think it has it has a cabin in 2020, I believe. But I think you have to download a livery for it, if I remember right. I was in 2020 with it today in the cabin, and it had a cabin, but it was also a downloaded livery. It wasn't what came with the airplane. I downloaded it from Inibuilds, but I was in a cabin in the 2020 version. Feature not too loud. I might. Maybe this weekend. I'd be open to that. Chicago and I were talking about doing a share stream this weekend. I think flying a 737, I think, or an A320, something like that. We were talking about doing a shared cockpit where, like, we're both sitting up in the seats here. So we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. Hey, look at this. Bird strikes, depressurization, dual. Wow, that's pretty cool. Wow, look at all these failures. I didn't realize it had failures. We'll save that for another night, maybe. Really? All right, let's try pushing it. No, I don't know if I want to do it. Once enabled, it cannot be reset and the flight must be restarted to... No, man, I'm not doing that tonight. I don't on the first flight, dude. Maybe when we get closer to the airport, I don't know. Nah, man, I'm not falling for that shit, you fucking troll. And Don the troll. Now, if there was a manual available from Inibuilds explaining like what to do to fix it, I would probably try it. But I haven't found anything yet from Inibuilds to kind of say, hey, you know, do this to fix the airplane. I can't believe it's finally out, man. We've been waiting a while for this. Citation X is coming out soon. There's a lot of good shit coming out from Simulator soon. That's good, man. That's good. Oh, that's cool, man. I saw sparks coming out. That's awesome. Nice. Spread that butter all over Kuwait. That's a nice little airport to land at, that Kuwait airport. Landed there a couple of times. Okay. Well, we don't know who's really gonna win. Yeah, there's time compression, yeah. Now, I read in the forums that there was issues with the auto time compression, so I don't have that turned on at this point. But I am gonna compress time when we get up higher. Well, I don't know who would win, but I don't know how we would see who landed softer when there's no landing calculators available, dude. No landing calculators available yet for 2024, so we'll just have to like visually see it. Be like, oh man, he looked like he did a little better than. I know, right? I do have one, but it's on 2020. I'm in 2024 right now. That's cool. You can put your step altitudes in here. Yep. I would say like features and functionality, this plane for sure. However, as far as sounds, like the sound of the engine starting up and everything, it's got to go to the 777. Those engines, I have not heard other engines that have sounded that good on this simulator before. When those 777 engines fire up, oh my god, they're delicious. Yeah, man, I'm down with that. I've landed at KTAC I just landed at KTAC like 2 months ago, maybe a month ago. Yeah, there's step altitudes in here. I didn't set them up, but yeah, there's step altitudes you can do. Really? Did you? Yeah, it can't be user error, Don. It can't be like you're doing something wrong, right? Like you're hitting every button perfectly. It probably is. It's probably Boeing's fault because yep. Yeah, it is. And I've never been able to get it to work properly in the 777, and I've set it up properly too. It just doesn't work. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, well, yeah, when you have both autopilots on, we'll probably let this airplane land itself. That way I can get a softer landing than Don the Troll. Don the Troll! Doesn't look like we're almost 41,000 feet above the ground. I need to buy a new phone. I've had this phone for so long now, and it's finally starting to crack out on me. My controller's vibrating. That's not usually a good sign when you're climbing. Must be the wind. Oh, we got a pretty good tailwind behind us. Yeah, well, I have Android, so it probably would be a Samsung. I have a Samsung now, actually. This I wish would work better, this world map here. That would be nice if this thing worked better. Oh, there we go. Really? Version 2 for the F-28? That's awesome. I didn't read that. That's an amazing airplane, that Fokker F-28. That's such a fun airplane to fly. I think that's the one you're talking about. Yeah, the Fokker F-28. That's the one that came out recently. That's a good flight. I was thinking of JFK to Singapore. With like a Singapore Airlines livery. Or like Detroit to, I don't know, Doha or something like that. Yeah, man, it's like 19 hours, right? Long flight. Look at this. Wow, you can block out altitudes and flight levels. Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff you can do on this. Weather deviation, SIDS and stars, tailored arrival. Look at that, we can request the speeds. This is cool, man. That is cool. You got something programmed wrong, it sounds like, my friend. It could be. I don't know if it's Hoppy or Say Intentions. I have both of them plugged in there, and I don't know which one it is. I think this part here, requesting all this, I think that would be Say Intentions, because they're doing the ATC. But you have three choices. You have VATSIM, IVAO, or Say Intentions. No, it doesn't, yeah. That was one of the reasons I switched over to the PC for the most part, was so I could use, like...
Delta 494 Heavy, contact Los Angeles Center on 124.625.
So I could use, you know, these kind of features. Does it work out new alternate airport? I'm sure it does. Contact Los Angeles Center 124.625 Delta 94. Los Angeles Center, Delta 494, currently climbing through flight level 380.
Delta 494 Heavy, Los Angeles Center, good morning.
See the engine shimmying. Yeah, once we get up to cruising altitude, we'll speed up the sim. Well, I have an alternate airport already chosen. It should be part of the flight plan. It's Cleveland International. Now, I didn't load the alternate route, so that would be something I'd have to do. So if we did have to land at an alternate airport, I would have to go into the alternate route, switch it over to my main route, and, you know, figure out the best way to land there. I think the next time we fly this plane, we'll do some, we'll try out some of the failures. I don't want to do it on the first flight. I like to see how it lands and all that kind of stuff. But definitely sometime this week, next few days, we'll try out some of the failures. I'll set it up to where we can just start right on the runway and just take off. I wonder how much different it sounds back here with the headphones on. Let me see. I heard in a couple of weeks. Well, you can't hear shit with the headphones on. Does that sound better? I don't think it sounds better with the headphones on. You can't hear anything. I heard it's going to be available in a couple of weeks. I don't know how true that is, but Jesus, we're almost over Los Angeles. My God. Yeah, I hope that Marketplace launches soon, man. That's crazy. It's been saying coming soon for months now. I mean, this thing's been out since what, like November-ish, like around Thanksgiving, I think. So damn near 4 months this thing's been out. 4 months it's been, actually it has been out for 4 months. And we still don't have a marketplace. That's crazy, man. I don't know. Do you give a crap about it? I think Magnum was just asking a question. Yeah, I can't wait to see all of Captain Scam stuff. Maybe Captain Sim will come out with an A350 just like this. That'll be the day. I'll be 6'5", 150 pounds that day when that day happens. All right, we're at our cruising altitude. Wonder if the flight attendants know that. Let me see. Let me check it out. Announce cruise.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our cruising altitude, which is a fancy way of saying we're now flying high enough that the captain can't hear your complaints about his flying skills. Now, we'll be starting our snack and drink
Probably
service.
true.
And let me tell you, the pretzels are so good, they might just make you forget about the turbulence we might encounter. If the captain remembers how to
Oh yeah, I
fly
haven't
straight,
heard about that yet. Carry
after
on.
the service, I'll be coming around with some delightful items from the Delta shop. So keep your wallets ready, eh? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Just don't ask the captain for directions.
Oh, Bateman's a bad guy? I don't buy that, man. He's too goofy to be a bad guy. Yeah, I don't know if I buy that, man. All right, let's see if we can speed this thing up with... All right, let's see what this does. We got it on. if this doesn't work, this AFK mode, I have a mode that'll work for sure. We'll just stay up here. That way I can hear the autopilot kick off if it kicks off. Oh yeah, I hear you on that. I like the, I think it's Just Flight that has it, where you can set up the refresh rate for like all the glass cockpit equipment and EFBs. I like that, where you can set the refresh rate lower so it doesn't pull as much data. Yeah, you know what? The one plane I like from Captain Scam is the, I think it's the C-160. C-17 is another, I think it's the C-160 that he makes, or the C-130. One of those two. That plane's not too bad. That's the only airplane I've ever bought from him. And I felt really stupid about buying it. Like, I really did not like myself that day. Like, I was really like, I just, how do I get a refund? Now that new plane that I bought the other day, yeah, I don't think you will. What plane was that I bought the other day? The Jetstar. They've made some updates to that thing, and it's actually working pretty good now. Where before the autopilot wasn't working and like some lights weren't working, they've been very proactive with working on that airplane. So it's very good job, guys. That's it's a big head something, head motors. What, I don't know what the hell they're called. Big radials or something like that. All right, I don't think we're in 4X mode. See how quick the miles are gonna go. Yeah, this thing is not auto cruising. Oh, I didn't turn it on. I would hope if I turned it on. Here we go. 4X. We can auto import step climbs. You can auto step climb here, but if you're going to do auto step climbs, you have to have it programmed on the glare shield properly. Like if your final altitude might be 41,000 feet, you got to plug in 41,000 feet. Like let's say you stop at 35,000 feet and you're going to step up to 41, you're going to have to plug in, after you level off at 35, you got to plug in 41 and then make sure that's turned on. But yeah, we're cranking now, man. We're at 48 miles, 47. Yeah, man, we're doing all right. Got a hell of a tailwind behind us. Yeah, man, I hear you. Oh, your kid's gonna start making you drinking again, man? Don't drink because of your kid. Can't be that bad, Bobby. I don't know how old your kid is, but... Oh, man. He does that shit. He says he does that on purpose to troll you guys. I wouldn't pay him no mind. Actually, while I'm chilling, let me take my blood pressure. My blood pressure's been a little wonky. Probably shouldn't take it now. I've been vaping. Let me stop vaping for like 10 minutes. It looks great. I love the way the front of it looks, like with the dark windshield and the sharklets and shit. Like, man, it is a yeah. If you're gonna fall in love with an airplane, it's the one to fall in on. Right.
Delta 494 Heavy, contact Los Angeles Center on 128.075.
Contact Los Angeles Center on 128.075, Delta 494. Los Angeles Center, Delta 494, currently cruising flight level 410. Wow, what's going on this weekend, Bobby? Why are we gonna see
Roger. Maintain flight level 410.
what you got going on this weekend, dude? Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the microphone like that. I know that can make a weird sound. And I'm going to the doctor next week for the first time in like 4 years. I'm a little nervous. A little nervous. I don't know what to expect. Alright, this is mesh. My mom's leaving tomorrow to go to Spain and Morocco, and hey, that's cool, man. MRIs are a little scary, man. When they put you in that tube, I think that's the one with the tube. Yeah, those are a little scary. Yeah, she goes. She's been now that she's been retired and my dad passed away. She's been going on some trips here and there. She went in the Middle East. She's been to Morocco and North Africa and Libya, and now she's going to Spain and Portugal. And yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I'm glad she's getting a chance to do it. It's good for her. Oh, I gotta plug it in. That's cool, man, that the wheels smoke like that. That's pretty dope. I'm sure I will have a landing. I don't want to say often. I don't want to jinx myself. Right now it's in 4X, I believe. And let me take my blood pressure now. But yeah, I have it on 4X right now. This is a long flight for me, not to speed up. Especially this time of day, you know, like, should be going to sleep soon. This cuff's all wrong. Few minutes and try this again. Say contact 2. Contact Denver 118.225 Delta 494. Denver Center Delta 494, currently cruising flight level flight level 410.
Delta 494 Heavy, roger. Maintain flight level 410.
Alright, take care, Orlando. Nice seeing you, man. Hopefully we'll see you again. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button on the way out the door, please.
494 Heavy, roger. Maintain flight level 410.
Alright, take care, Orlando. Nice seeing you, man. Hopefully we'll see you again. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button on the way out the door, please. contact Denver Center on 125.35, Delta 494. Denver Center, Delta 494, currently cruising flight level 410.
Delta 494 Heavy, roger. Continue on course to Detroit. You are cleared into the Class Bravo airspace.
Yeah, it's pretty bumpy. This is new up here on this tablet. Got top of descent now. The arrival, the approach. That's pretty cool. Top of descent. Oh, 154 minutes. I thought that said miles. Be back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. About 900 and some miles till top of descent. Still in 4X. Yeah, we'll be there soon. check on that video, don't you? That's what I'm thinking.
Delta 494 Heavy, contact Denver Center on 128.375.
Contact Denver Center on 128.75, Delta 494. Denver Center, Delta 494, currently cruising flight level 410.
Delta 494 Heavy, roger. Continue as filed to Detroit.
High blood pressure. Really bad. I gotta quit vaping. I think that's a big issue for me. Been vaping a long time. Like close to 20 years. Alright guys, I'll be back close to top of descent. I'm gonna turn my camera off for a few minutes.